How you guys doing? Hope everybody is doing well, man. And I ain't gonna waste no time with this live today. Um, it's the Christmas season. We got Christmas music in the back. Right behind me, they are doing a giveaway for toys and stuff like that, man. Y'all know I'm so about that. I love that. But we're not here for the toys. We're here for a state of the collection, man. And in today's collection, in today's video, I'm going to be going through my collection. Now, keep in mind, the watches that I have in here are watches that I have acquired over this year and some from the past. Now, we're going to go through the gateway watches, right? What got me into the other watches. I think this is a very important collection that I have right behind the camera. And then we're going to represent the state of Indiana. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoy. And as people come in or whatever, if anybody's coming in, I will try to answer any questions that we have. And then towards the end, I will talk about the upcoming watches or the way I'm going to collect. I don't do the prediction stuff. I mean, I like the predictions. I've been watching a couple of those videos, but we're gonna get into more of that, man. So let's start off with the gateway. So what up? What's going on? Good morning, swag. Behind me, right here, is the box, and what you see here is a curation. I'm going to explain all of this stuff, man. I don't know if you guys know this, but I think today was the last day or yesterday was the last day for voting. But I'm up for an award, but this thing is dated back 2020. Support of the year, TrapVision 3D. This is an award I got off of from the Meet and I when they started their Meet and I awards, and this represents the support that I have received from you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was a fitting piece to put in there because that's how I feel like beast mode when you guys coming in and doing everything that you guys do. But what is the state of collection, the state of my collection like? And you guys see, I'm just going to explain everything, man. So let's get started with the first piece here. If I can get it out the box. And it is from the Invicta company, Invicta Watch Company. One of the dopest watches that they did this year. The rise, they came back, hitting hard. I mean, it didn't last long, but they still came back with something nice. 44 millimeter. This thing is very vibrant on that blue. 120 click bezel, ratcheting bezel. And it's actually pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Surprising. This was the first time Invicta ever had an automatic movement and they put a cage back on there that I know of. I could be wrong. For somebody that's old school, that's been dealing with Invicta before, let me see, I started in 2014 collecting. So anybody prior to that, if you have that information on that, if they ever use that, but I've never seen this since I've been collecting, and I got this one. This was this company, Invicta. Hated on YouTube by many, but this is my gateway into a number of watches, and I'll just set this off to the side, which brought me, and I'm going to knock all three of these out. Because all three of these are very important. All three. Welcome in. Julius, Hail Caesar. Okay, let me see. What's up, John D? Dave is in here. Okay, cool. All right. Now, the history of glycine. Of course, you guys know that Invicta owns glycine, but this was the glycine that, I had to get. I earned this by representing Invicta on Shop HQ. I earned enough money to buy this and another watch that I don't even have in my collection anymore, but this was the most important one, which led me to this piece right here, which I served with a guy on my second deployment that wore one of these, right? He actually had this on our deployment, but he talked about how important this watch was. Now, I still hadn't jumped on this. A certain collector, which happens to be inside the chat, Said, man, you don't have a glycine? Seriously? And this came out of his collection. And this one, absolutely. I mean, all three of these are very special to me, but this one right here, that green putty dial, this in this, like at the brass, and the buck was actually patinaed already, as you can see. I enjoy all three of these watches. And I will say to this day, I think Glycine is one of the most slept on companies out there because of Invicta's involvement. And granted, I do know that the production is not what it once was, because I got a chance to view these watches against some old stuff. But these two are solid. These two are solid. Some of the newer models that I've seen, they still good. Don't get me wrong. They're still good, but it just doesn't compare to the old stuff, which is crazy. Used to have closed case back in the past, especially US, their vintage pieces. You are so right. Thank you, Julius. And that's crazy because you know what I'm saying? I do know about a pure mechanical piece that I was looking at. I just didn't know if they did it on the automatics. So thank you for the information. All right, hold on, this is going to wake me out. I got to put that right back to where. All right. Facts. I got an old glycine. They are fire. And today's video is being powered by 2 cups. Yes, sir. I am definitely into this coffee. It's amazing. Okay. Next up. This one is, how can I explain this one? Flederman Von Rees, homage piece. We're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna set this off to the side. Let me set this off to the side because this one, yeah, it's gonna make sense. I'm gonna set this one off over here, and we'll get back into that one real quick. Now, moving into YouTube, y'all. YouTube is it's like the reason why I collect some of the stuff that I have, and it was because of YouTube that I saw this piece right here. Jack Mason Hydro Timer, discontinued. It didn't sell well for them, but it was a treat for me. I wore this watch. I bought this 2 years ago, going on 3. I had the strap on this thing. It's a white strap. I refused, and I paid the money. I paid the extra money for this bracelet, J style bracelet, 5-link, whatever you want to call it, because I know, yeah, verbiage on YouTube can get you in trouble. So the claim to fame for this one is when I was showcasing this watch, one of you guys said, "Yo, Trap, you're missing screws," and there were 2 screws missing, and I was distraught. And I called my man. I was like, "Yo, bro, my screws are gone." He said, "Bro, calm down. Call them or email them and just get your watch fixed, bro." I was freaking out. And he know what it is. What's going on, Tennessee Mike? He's in the chat, bro. He was my voice of reason, bro. And I sent it, and the team over there, man, bro, when I tell you I wasn't maybe 7 days without this watch, sent it in, they sent it back to me, good as new. And this will forever be in my collection. And I'm going to say this for the end of 2025, Jack Mason team, can we get a Hydro Timer, Dr. Pepper, and all the other delicious flavors that Dr. Pepper has? I think that'll be, yeah, because this didn't sell like this. Well, obviously it did, because I'm one of the people that bought it, and I enjoy it. I didn't have to have a date on it. I got other watches with dates on it, but I need the Dr. Pepper version of this. Yeah, just saying. All right. Now, learn about these guys in Chicago. Or no. Where did I learn? YouTube, of course. But I went down to Texas and then drove to Chicago to buy this one. They were minutes and hours, nomadic, and I am highly impressed with this watch because it gives you the older Rolex vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like the original Rolex, and then Tudor. It has both elements. No crown guard, but if you're gonna do a homage piece, this is it. But you know, here's the crazy thing is this watch has been living on its own merit, really. Now, YouTube will tell you that this is a homage to either the Tudor Black Bay or that vintage 53 style Rolex. But they brought their own story. They bring a rotor from the Titanic. which is crazy. And then that second hand that's going around represents the cranes that helped build and forge the Titanic and the Olympic, I believe it is. But hands down, one of my favorite divers, right here. I dig this. Hold on, let me look into the chat. They need to bring back the hydro timer. I agree. And somebody tag him. Somebody be like, yo, Trap has been talking about this for a minute, man. Go ahead, stop playing. Bring it back. Hold on. Let me bring it back on the screen. Bring this back. Jack Mason. Bring this back, man. I think this is, come on. You could put a date on it. I don't even care, but like, this needs to come back. Because you already got success with the straddle timer. But this is a solid piece. It wears so well, man. And this breaks, and man, and y'all, if you didn't know, this thing is treated, man. It's like Vickers on this thing. So it's gonna last for a long time. Look at that, man. I enjoy this watch. All right, moving on to a watch that has IWC vibes, true, but again, it owns its own lane. It really does. Now, this piece, I found out about this, of course, YouTube, but I went all the way out to Washington, D.C. to a show to see this watch in person. I had to see this watch in person. And this colorway, there's the green, there's a white, I believe black, they had meteorite. But this one was the one that I had to have. So lightweight, another watch with Vickers, and they brought their own history because that's the actual bomber that was used. This watch was born in Baltimore. That plane was born in Baltimore and given to the French to fight in wars. And I believe they did a war. They used this plane in Australia as well. But yeah, let me see. I think when is using logo to crown put on dial, it will pop so nicely. Huh. You use the logo there. Okay. All right. Now here's another beauty. Hold up. You know what? I actually have. Hold on. I got something to go with this watch. I'll show you this. All right. So let me unbuckle this piece. If you're new here, welcome in. If you don't know about Zellos is basically the Jordan brand of watches. And what I mean by that is, once you find out the watch is coming out, which I think that watch comes out today. Is it today, I believe? Somebody correct me in the chat. I don't know. But I think it comes out today or, yeah, it's either today or tomorrow. But that car was the first supercar. And what number? I always forget what number I got. This number limit, I got 35 out of 100 of this one. When I found out about this was not a scheduled purchase, y'all. Carbon case, right? And I looked at it. I'm going to tell you something. This watch came out around the time I found out about the PRX. Well, the PRX carbon had been out for a while, and it was like $1,100. I was like, yeah, I want to get that PRX, but this is half the cost. This came in at like just under, about $500, maybe $539 or something like that. And I got it. As you can see right there, that's the power reserve, the fuel tank. Hold on, let me go ahead and put some energy into this thing.
Yeah, what not? You selling those on or something?
No, I ain't selling it, bro.
You ain't selling them?
No, sir. This is my collection.
What's your favorite one?
All of them.
I love this guy too.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too, bro. All right, y'all see how I got the energy in there? Yeah. I think one of the things, okay, yeah. So this was the first supercar, and guess what? I got it right there. So look at the silhouette. Look at the car. Look at the silhouette. Look at the car. Yeah. Right there. Booyah. Love it. I love it. And if you didn't know, I am a collector of Hot Wheels and all kind of other little knickknacks and stuff. So I'm gonna set this down right here. Now, there's a watch that I'm calling one of the most special watches that I have in my collection. And yes, learning about it through YouTube, Noctua Watches. And hello, what's going on? Frugal Mama with the new name. What's your name? You know what's funny? When I saw that, I was like, yo, who is that? But then I looked, I said, oh, that's Frugal Mama. But welcome in. I appreciate you for being here. Facts. I got an old glycine. Okay, I got that. All right. Now, this is coming from Noctua Watches. What's going on, Ripsaw? Appreciate you being here, bro. Fred, good day. I received this, and the person that had this before me was Watches with Wit, and I was impressed by the watch just from looking at it. And then when I got it in hand, I took it on vacation with me. Because it came to the house, and I think a week later I was on vacation. I took it, and I wore this watch out. Hey, how you doing? Wore this watch out like crazy, and it stood up to everything. Through the water, swimming, workouts. I lost weight. I lost about 25 pounds wearing this watch. You know what I'm saying? So this has become like a part of my lifestyle. And then I get a text message from my brother and was like, yo, bro, I tell you what, you keep the watch. Merry Christmas type. And I'm like, are you serious? And there's another one that I have as well, full lume dial. But if I was to bring every watch that I had got this year and the ones that I think are the most important, we'll be here for like 3 hours. Real talk. Let's see. Gas Mod. Yeah, man. Yes. Now, we're going to talk about a watch that it doesn't have any history, it doesn't have anything. It is a homage to something else. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out what this is a homage to. Great lume, great fit watch. It looks good, but I saw this on a certain YouTuber's channel, man, that always does the little, you're watching me type of deal. He turned this thing around. I said, oh, wow, that's nice. That's gorgeous. And then I saw the price of this thing. And I said, now that is wild. This thing is super affordable if you can get it. And I'm going to tell you what I was impressed with. Just like, look at that. Distressed metal on this thing. I think they went a little, you know what I'm saying? It gave like a little antique. And that was the only thing I hate is a screw down crown. But outside of that, still gives like that vintage vibe to it. It's worn, it's tattered. This leather on here is amazing though. It's so comfortable. It's a great looking watch. So yeah, I got this because of watching James. Off the rip. All right, Hannibal, what's going on? Welcome in. Okay. A watch that I have in my collection that I absolutely, positively, without any question, dig is this Zenea Ula Diver. I call it Ooh La La. It's so much going on. It's so shiny. It's so comfortable. You got screw pins in this thing, adjustable clasp, and spec-wise, yes, the specs are there. The movement, everything, regulation, everything about this watch. But I was more impressed with Jason, who is the founder of Zenea Watches, explaining this watch. And I didn't buy it off the rip because this watch was over $1,000, and I did not want to spend $1,000 on the watch. I think it was like $1,100. I didn't want to spend. I was more in that, hey, I can find something around $500-600. That's great, but this watch knocked me out. And all the other watches he got were great, but I had to get that meteorite dial. And this is like part of his first production. I'm sure he made some more, but I don't even look at the specs. This one, man, just even looking at it now, man, it's just amazing. That blue is so vibrant, man. So vibrant, man. It's almost like this thing was born in the Oris manufacturing plant or something, man, because I really like this watch, man. I really do. Okay, moving on. I have to do two at a time. Now this wasn't fair because I am an Islander fan, y'all. I dig Islanders so much. This came out of DC. I bought this off of that program he got, like what is it, the rummage sale or what have you. So Mark at one point in time was giving you $50 if you wore one of his watches to an event, but he did away with that, and he started doing a buyback program. So this watch came in pre-owned, but it was in great shape. It's in good shape, amazing shape. And I saw that. I love that. What is this originally called? It's like a faded orange or something like that. But I took this on a cruise. If you guys saw that cruise video, this watch, I call this the sunset on the ocean. Because the water, this right there, that looks just like a sunset on the ocean, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I think it's called faded orange or something like that. But this is sunset on the ocean. And then my hero piece. Yeah, buddy. Y'all know about this. This is the Time Fortress, aka Metroplex. I've been wearing this watch so much this year. It has gotten a lot of wrist time and will continue to get wrist time. Love this watch. Both of them. Dynamic pieces. All right. I had to put the paid promotion up in there because, yeah, I got this watch for free from Vizionico. You see, I got fingerprints all over it. Imperfection, but it's a perfect watch for my collection. I like this watch so much. From the buckle to the leather to that right there, the outer space. This thing is blackity black, blacker than me black. Absorbs like 98% black. I like this. Probably even more than that. Welcome in, whoever just came in. Knox, welcome in. Victoria Knox, Knox. I like Victoria Knox, I really do. Okay, thank you for, man, it's crazy. Y'all sending wrist shots in. So I always have to represent this watch and just say thank you, big thank you, because for me being a small channel and them saying, hey, you know what, we want to send you out this so you can see it, you tell us what you think, and I think it's an amazing watch. This actually won an award, I think in 2023, the GPHG award or something like that. Yeah, y'all go look that up. So put that off to the side. So Joe, no, I think delivery started. I got an email. I haven't opened the email up. It came out yesterday, the day before yesterday. So I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. Hold on. That's crazy. You got no Casios in there, mate. Booyah! Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hold on. Let's get this camera flipped around. Yes, I do. Now, I want to do this to be fair because me and digital watches go back. So I have this Casio World Timer, and of the watches of YouTube, this one is so amazing, man, because it has so many functions and it's super cheap. But then you have companies like Fair and Swift come in with their style, right? He came with his rendition, and I like this. I like the negative display. I think just having a digital piece in your collection is like, you got to get it. Got to. I just think that's just me personally. And then let's talk about the watch that is so controversial. Jody from Just One More Watch slammed this watch to death, man. He hated it. He said it looks like the COVID germ or something like that. This one right here is a Constructicon in my collection, aka Constructicon. You see this? That's what this watch was made from. This piece right here. This is a part of this technology, man. It's Cybertronium. It's a Decepticon in nature. Look at it, because he looked evil. Tell me it don't. It is an angry watch, man. Now, granted, they said this thing is like an angry tennis ball or whatever the case is. This is I enjoy it. It is so weird. It's so different. It's out there, man. All the angles is big, obnoxious. I love it, man. I absolutely dig this watch. Okay. Intermission. Let me get into the chat. I believe they made that watch. Yes, they did. I'm having breakfast with a little bit of breakfast. Okay. Now I want to talk about a watch. I'm just going. This isn't YouTube or anything like that. Oh, hold up. I actually saw this watch on what was it? Amazon. And I was gonna do a whole video around this watch because this is a rip-off of the what's it, D1 Milano or something like that. I don't even know the name of this watch. It's a cheap watch. I'm possibly, man, if somebody walked past right now and say, hey man, that's cool, I'm giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? That's what, but it was like what, $20 on Amazon during the Amazon sale earlier this year. And I just wanted to see. I got a white one too. I didn't bring it out, but yeah, just a little throwaway piece. But hold on, bring back. So I want to show this in comparison to that. This will always be the classic. This watch will always be one that's talked about just as much as any Rolex, Tudor, anything that's big right now. Whatever's being talked about the most right now. Omega, I think. Omega Planet Ocean is being talked about on YouTube the most. Not more than this. This reaches just about everybody's collection. But then you can see this, and this opens you up into, if you go fair and swift, this opens you up to, he has another watch that comes in a VHS tape box or something like that. It's just fun, and it's inexpensive. But here's a watch that I received a couple years ago. It is hard for me to even wear this watch, man. I look at it, man. Yeah, and it's this tank style watch of my sister. Now, she passed away in 1999, but that was everything to me. This woman was everything to me. One of my most favorite and valued people in the world. So I cherish this watch, and gosh, it just like really, it hits me in the chest, man. Like, my sister lived such a vibrant life, man. She could sing. She was a model. She was the dopest woman I know that I've ever come across. You know what I'm saying? And she was my best friend, bestest of all bestest. But this was a gift for Christmas. And hold up. It's inscribed with her birthday and everything, which her birthday is coming up. It's emotional month, man, emotional month. So let's get through the rest of this. Matter of fact, here, let me do this. The challenges of doing this live is, man, boy, what I wouldn't do for an assistant right now is I'm taking watches out, they can be putting it back. Where's my Jane Krantz? Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh. I understand, bro. It's that time. Thank you. Watch reminding me of what time it is. I got this thing set. So, hold up. Let's see. Which are the heavy hitters in the collection? For me, I'll tell you what, John. This was a heavy hitter, man, because when the way I've collected and what I've had in my collection prior to having this, everything was under $500, and I was getting primarily divers, right? Divers, I would get my quartz pieces here and there, something that knock around. I never really got off into anything above that. I just didn't feel it was necessary. And then from YouTube really corrupted me, man. And I didn't want to spend $1,000 on anything. And I got this one. And yeah. Now, keep in mind, when I was younger, I bought some watches, man. Like, I bought my Breitling, I bought my Rolex, man, just to have it, to say, yo, I got this. One got destroyed because I was crazy for wearing it on deployment. Stupid. That was so stupid. Like, cause I paid a lot of money for that darn watch back in the day. I paid a lot for that. You live and learn. But right now, that's one of them, and I'm gonna get into the other ones. Let me see what I have on. I'm gonna get into the other ones. Hold on, let me get this cleaned up real quick. Matter of fact, I need y'all to help me. Y'all start grabbing watches, man. Start putting some watches up. Where hey, somebody get Jay Jones. Make yourself useful. You ain't doing nothing. Tell Jay Jones to come over here and start helping me. Wearing my RGM yellow gold calendar chrono. Ooh. RGMism. All right, and I'm going to, before I get into my next box, I got one more watch that I'm going to share out of this box that actually I should be having some, I have some straps coming today for a number of my watches because my, I didn't even bring, there was a watch that I didn't bring because the darn straps were supposed to come, but mail has been delayed in my area, and I hate this time of year. I try to limit how much I buy during this year, during this season, because stuff comes up missing. UPS, FedEx, and I'm not even gonna say DHL. DHL I think does a better job than a lot of than those other ones because I've had too much trouble out of FedEx because their employees, you're getting paid to deliver packages, but then you help yourself to steal it. You know what I'm saying? And I've made a couple of videos about that. And of course, you know, one of the reports I got back from their corporate was you can't prove that they stole it. And I was like, well, like you're paying these people to deliver these packages, and then on these forums it's saying that our packages aren't coming up. Like, how hard is it? And I've worked in the system, so I know what goes down. I know what goes down. You're not going to try to pull that wool over my eyes. So that's why I hate. Oh my goodness, I hate shopping for these pieces. I hate shopping for anything during this time. If I can just go to the store and get it, yeah. And unfortunately, there's some companies that don't deliver to P.O. boxes because I had a P.O. box, but doing YouTube, there were some companies that I wanted to work with that would not do it. They wouldn't deliver. So, yeah, I let the P.O. box go. What's this? Does look nice. Bond suitcase. Yeah, I dig this case, man. So this watch, this case came with this watch, that Invicta. And that was something that Invicta was doing all the time. They was doing that all the time back in the day, but like today's Invicta, I don't know what they are today. It's crazy. Let's see. Woody. Is that a date just 36 millimeter? No. No, wait a minute, which one you talking about? This? No, it's a Fletterman homage. When they got that music so loud. But again, they got a party going on over there, so. All right, I'm just about done with that. And now it's time to break out the Indiana box. What time, how much time? Okay, I think I did good, man. We did that in 33 minutes. And that's with even me putting stuff up. Cool. I'll make sure I get all the rest of the comments real quick. Hold on, let me pin your collection. I mean that comment. Junie, hate. Make sure I get all the comments, man. Okay, let's continue, y'all. The last watch out of this case goes to the Casio Drive. Now, this was picked up by one of you guys in the chat, but it was a representation. So, here's the thing behind this watch. I was told that some of you guys are paying attention to what I'm saying. I want another watch, but I don't want a diver. I have a pilot watch, but you know what I'm saying? I want something different. So here we go with this sporty piece right here. And this is a part of the Drive collection. That's what that D's for. And this piece reminds me of, you got to, hey, God, dog, that's crazy. I got my phone on airplane mode. That's tripping. But anyway, this watch right here reminds me of a Formex. So the strap is very comfortable. They say it's polyurethane, but it feels like rubber, man. It feels like rubber, but it could be. I'm gonna tell you what, it fits, it's form-fitting, it's comfortable, but I wanted something different, right? So there's a strap, and I'll show the strap. As soon as that strap comes in, I'll put it on there. It was supposed to have came in on the last batch, and I don't know what happened. I had to reach out to the company. But I like this watch so much, you know what I'm saying? And I've worn it to work. Now, I'm thinking there's so many different Citizen numbers out there, man. Like Citizen got some watches that fly up on the radar, because I wasn't like hip on this. This one comes in the NBA collaboration. They got a blue one. There's so many of these, man. But I think this is a solid watch. This is solid. And it's a 43 millimeter. It does not play like a 43 millimeter. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I like it. I dig it. And I appreciate the sentiment of this watch. So let's go ahead and set that back down in there. I'm going to get into the chat real quick. And now we're going to go to the state of Indiana. Well, we are in Indiana right now. So for those of you, wherever you are, respectively, welcome to Indiana. All right, so let me go ahead and close this case down. We're gonna move you out over here. And then we're going to put you right here. And then we're gonna get into it. Right after I get into the chat real quick. Finally got a platinum date. Just, man, things makes me feel like a millie. I'm scared to wear it on the low ski. Don't be scared, man. What area you in, bro? Can't be scared, bro. 226 Trap. Gotta get a Rolex. Okay. Do it for the culture, Trap. Bad storm rolling in right now. I know, bro. Where that storm, yeah. It is a storm coming in right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my Indiana State collection. Now, this box is, there is a representation in here that I'm going to show you, which I think it was pretty clever by this YouTuber. I got this box, worn and wound. This is an official box. And Chi-Town. As for those you guys that know, this is how I got this box. Got that from your boy. And Jake over at Trifecta had an event. And I enjoyed it. You know, Adam Von Rees came out. So that's where this watch comes involved. This watch was purchased on Juneteenth of last year. I bought this, and that was on Juneteenth was the partnership between Flederman and Trifecta Watches. So now he's a distributor for this company. And this watch, if you go on his website, this is, even though it's made in Indiana, it had the iron height. All of this stuff is German based. This design is German based. This thing right here is meant to be passed down through generations. And these are actually cords. And in the middle of this is 4 generations of family, like the father, grandfather, son, down to the son. So there's a whole story behind this watch. Yeah. And then you have, now, after this state of the collection, this box is going to be primarily Trifecta. Every watch that I bought from Trifecta. But up top, I'm going to go through real quick. I purchased that Visitor, and I did get a text message about this. Visitor watches has been on a tear. Like he just released a new watch. He was at an event, I think the past few days, or maybe just yesterday, whatever. But this is the Landon, the Lakespur, the color. But this the Linden watch, 40 millimeters. I call it the Cobra Commander. I absolutely dig this watch, man. The Gata, you guys call it Gata, whatever. I don't care. This is a joy for me to wear. I just get man, I don't know what the emotion I have wearing this. I love wearing it though. I got like 4 pairs of shoes that go with this thing perfectly, and they can dress up. Like, boy, you can't tell me nothing when I got this on, when I got my suit on. Clean, boy, clean. The loom is great too, and the date window actually glows in the dark. It definitely does. And I'm going to show you 2 watches at the same time. Now, bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, please. Visitor has sold out. Visitor's always selling out, bro. Visitor's a fan favorite. Now, something that you guys don't know, I actually sold a few of my watches. And John D, what you were asking, 2 of my heavy hidden watches are gone, right? So I sold some watches for a reason, right? For family reasons. If you know, you know. As a result, when I sold it, the team over there at Kokomo blessed me with this watch. So what you see is a Seiko 5. Translucent dial, is blue, really nice. The loom is always, I mean, if you're going to talk specs, this watch is solid for the price and stuff like that. But this is priceless for me because this came out of their collection. And they said, hey, we just want you to have this. And then a representation of Rado that used to work for Casio G-Shock came in with a number of watches and said, hey, I want you to have this in spirit of your son's passing. Do what you want with it. You can sell it, give it away, whatever you want to do, but I can't get rid of it. I have to keep it. Now, that S on the back is for special. So people that, like the vendors and people that work for the company will receive these type of watches, and they will receive it with that S on the back. And now I have this watch in my collection, this Miami edition, or Miami Colors is what I call it. But I'm calling it a Jarrell G-Shock because this represents, like, one, partnership, brotherhood, just humanity, just coming, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was in a time, my family was broken at that time, still broken, but we're managing it a lot better, a little better. Well, I can't speak for the rest of them. I'm managing it a little better than I was. And this piece right here always represents something more than just watches. Somebody had put in the comment section the other day, healing horology, and I believe that. I really do. I love that concept, and I'm gonna take that forever. I'm gonna take that to the grave with me. You know what I'm saying? Because my saying has always been it started with a watch, and gosh, my relationships with a lot of you guys have been built on just that. So these 2 are special, will never leave the collection. This one coming out of Kokomo was a watch that I actually did myself. I've shown this many times before, but it gave me an idea of what it takes. And I just only I wasn't even scratching the surface of what it takes to build a watch. But they not only did they take me through like how to put this together. It's like they telling me about the ordering process, dealing with other vendors, getting shipping. I mean, the whole business aspect of watchmaking. So this watch, man, represent like the grit, the grind, like in somebody's idea. And I understand it's a Seiko, and Seiko's a well-known company, but just the whole idea of what it takes to make one of these things come to life. And I'll take a page off of a channel I just saw about has watch reviews ruined YouTube or ruined us as watch collectors. And this one always kind of keeps me grounded. It's like, yo, love what you love, man, but like when you think about horology as a whole, it belongs to everybody. It belongs to everybody. It has so many different facets. It opens the doors to so many different things. Not to get deep into it, but bro, I'm just like, this watch just helps me enjoy this thing that I get to record, this thing I get to go live on. This right here, I love this. And we're past the point. I think they're all sold out of these, but I got this from Kokomo too. This one did not have a movement in it. And I had a movement put in there and they set it up. Absolutely dig this watch so much, man. Man, I should do it. I really don't understand the purpose. Hey, hold up. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that, bro. Hold up. So yes, absolutely dig this watch. The way it looks. Can you imagine somebody, a collector? Oh no, hold up. This watch, I think, in my opinion, if somebody that's not into watches just happened to come across this and they say, "Oh my gosh, that is beautiful," they would think this watch will cost thousands of dollars. I promise you. It just looks rich. And I love like about to say the computer. The screen does not capture how beautiful this watch is. Now, normally this watch you like retail around $450, somewhere around $425. There's sales going on, but this watch, man, from the crown to this, and then the fact that I ordered a leather strap to go with this, and I'm going to get a special strap from that guy that Jake is working with up there in Trifecta. I cannot wait to put that brown leather goodness on this watch. Oh my gosh. This one, man, I already feel some type of way about this watch. I do. That's why it's in this state of the collection, because I love it. I love it. Hold up. Let's get this. Hold on. Where we at? 46 minutes. We're gonna do a speed round real quick. Oh, that's funny. Hold up. I got another coin in there. Challenge coin. Boom. It was sitting behind there. Yes, sir. There you go. Love seeing large collections like this. What do you think the collection is missing? Ooh, Panerai. That's easy, bro. John, as I explained this watch to him, the one thing that I'm missing in my collection right now, I didn't think that I was going to really love dress watches like that. I just kind of gravitated to stay away from dress watches, but I've been looking at it, and when I sat down and just thought about it, I sat over at an AD and I'm just looking down at the watches, man, and I'm taking out the fact that, watches are highly expensive. Some watches are expensive. Some of the watches that I absolutely love and gravitate towards are expensive, man. One watch that I came across it looks purplish. It's almost look blue, but it's like purplish. It's a Vacheron Overseas, right? I like that watch. But here's the deal. Is when it comes to these more expensive watches, I would like when it comes time for me to get one of these watches, it's not because of height. Like, for example, the Speedy, the Speedmaster 57, I think is one of the, like, that watch, I fell in love with that watch. Just seeing it, man, it is beautiful. And after putting that watch on and wearing it, and man, shout out to Morty Jewelers, man. They let me rock that watch around the store while I was doing my thing, man. And it just, like, it felt like butter on my wrist. I said, oh my gosh. I dig that. I do like calendar-based watches. I do like those. So I started thinking to myself, how can I get into a calendar-based watch? I don't want a quartz piece. And because there are some beautiful quartz master calendars or complete calendar watches. I just don't want a quartz version. I refuse to get one. The only thing is, like, Frederic Constant has it, but like I'm really taking my time with this, and as I allocate and like pinpoint what I want to get, that's what's missing out of the collection. The stuff that I absolutely want, and it's not privy to one particular brand. But I'll tell you another piece that's missing out of my collection is that Crazy Hour from Frank Mueller. It's just, it's a complicated watch. I love the watch, man, but it's so playful. I'm about to say super and so at the same time. It's super playful. So that's a watch that's missing out of my collection. Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. And surprisingly, I like the King Seiko. I like the King Seiko. Even over Grand Seiko. If I had an opportunity to get, like, if I had the money to get either one, I would go with King Seiko over the Grand Seiko. And I'm telling you, I think the Grand Seiko is just overhyped. It's like because of hype. I'm getting that because of hype. I love the technology in it, but like that King Seiko just resonates with me more. Which brings me to this watch right here, and that does not compare to any of the watches I just said, but this one is amazing because Kokomo blessed me with this watch for hitting 3,000 subs. It is an emotional grind. It's an emotional wave that I was on when I got this, man. And I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. Yeah, I felt it. I was sitting there and hugged up with the team, man, and like, yeah, and y'all done seen me cry on him before. I think. I don't care, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see what y'all get. That's why I like going live from, you know what I'm saying, streets and stuff like that. Pretty brand, in my opinion. Johnny passed all those petty brands. Rollies, Omegas, Pateks, Mosers. You know what? Moser, I'm gonna tell you why I like Moser. No, I wouldn't do Moser. I wouldn't do Moser. I would stay with Vizionico as far as that's concerned. It's like, cause I think Vizionico is, as far as a watch brand right now, has the dopest designs. And I understand like the movement. They have their own movement, and there's times where I'm like, I don't care about the movement. Like for this, for example, look at this watch. It has remnants of some of the World War II watches. Field watch. It has elements of the Panerai because it's a sandwich dial. And it's just a great everyday piece. And it's 38 millimeters, and I mean, like the crown, man. Everything about this watch I like. But it's just that, man. What talks to me, what really hits me in the chest. I wouldn't get a Moser. Moser is great looking watch though. You know what I'm saying? I like the beauty of Moser. I'm gonna tell you watch, and I said I want to see not just one, not just two, but a couple of the FP Journe. I think FP Journe design, outside of the hype, outside of people gravitating towards it. Once I get past all of the fluff and cut through all of the noise, I think FP Journe is a great looking watch. MB&F, weird looking watches. But I do want to see the thing flipped and look at the movement, because the one watch that really got me into looking at movements through jeweler's loops was Vacheron. Let's see, stop the cap. Petty brands. Ooh, gotcha. Mid-10, he passed. Okay, Holy Trinity, he has God tier watches. If we get Trap or Moser, it'll change this. I don't know, bro. I don't know. All right, speed round. Let's do this real quick. Let's do a speed round. And I'm gonna flip this because I want to read the comments too. Longines, my diver, my first Longines, and I fell in love with Longines because of the story first. I heard about the story for a company to archive. When I was selling jewelry, we had to learn about a lot of stuff, and I was reading about Longines. I was looking at the magazines. We had a bunch of pamphlets and information on it. And Longines was one of those companies that I fell in love with just by the verbiage before, like, and it still had pictures, but I was like, yo, that is so crazy that they archive everything. And that, I said, it's like having a deed to a house. I felt that they were so into their craftsmanship and they were so into community to where I'm like, yeah, I had to get that. And this represents Jake's shop, Trifecta, which I highly recommend that you guys go to and buy from. Some of you guys have already purchased from them. Longines, there's a couple of Longines that I would, to answer your question, there's a couple of Longines that's missing in my collection. The next one, I'll save that for last. Somebody asked about the Gene Kranz, the AKA Dreamer. I have that right here on this camo strap right here. Absolutely love this watch. One of the best releases, re-releases, in my humble opinion. It's simplistic, it was inexpensive, and it just represents more than just a watch, man. Like the man that wore this watch. And whether you, like, you could argue the moon landings, which I thought about doing a video on that. I don't know if I want the heat though. I don't know if I want the heat behind talking about did we land on the moon or not. I've been looking at those Instagram videos. They're extremely funny. Now this one right here, this Seiko, this Grand Tortoise. This was closest to my birth year that I can get as far as the design. This design was created in the 70s and it's close to when I was born, so I got it. Plus, I love the green. It had a compass, and I wanted something different in the bezel, so I got it. Will I use it for a compass? No, I'm just gonna wear it. But you have a scale on the back. Very useful tool. You know what should I name this watch? The MacGyver. Bam! There you go. Thank y'all for that. This is the MacGyver. Yeah, every watch got to get a name. But again, this is discontinued and I got it from Jake's shop. When I tell y'all, I absolutely love shopping at and all these watches came from Jake. All of them. Now I'm getting down to we get 55. Oh, can I do it in an hour? Can I get all the watches done in an hour? Of course I can. Of course I can. Because I'm about to do 2 at a time. Ha ha! The 1938 Heritage is a watch that you guys have seen multiple times. It's one of my all-time favorites. This is if my watch collection got dumbed down to 5, which is, that's blasphemous to even think. But if it got dumbed down to 5, this is one that is safe. Absolutely safe. Absolutely safe. One of my all-time favorite watches that I adore, I enjoy. And this is review proof for me. On this channel, it is in my life. Forget this channel. In my life, this watch is review proof because it doesn't have lume on it. It's a 39.5 millimeter and is perfect. It does not have Vickers on it. Don't have all the frills and thrills outside of this thing. Represent what life was like back in the 30s when Tissot was fighting to get and gain customers while the Great Depression was ripping a hole in the United States. It was very, very hard for watch companies, not just Tissot, but they managed to pull it out. And this one right here, just from the history alone, I love it. I love the anthracite dial on this thing. It's chronometer certified. Yeah. This is a keepsake. This is my precious. Yeah, I like this watch. And let's go with that Tissot. And again, can I say PRX fatigue on here? Yup. And that goes to the channels that have talked about this watch as being at or I'm sick of it, all that stuff, and you are entitled to your opinion. But on this channel, in my life, this watch is king. This thing is at the top of everything, aka Snake Eyes. This one hits a lot different. It's super comfortable. It's in my collection. It hasn't stopped running since I've owned it. Hasn't stopped running since I've owned it. I will always wear this watch. And this is another one. If I had to go down to 5 watch collection, which is blasphemous, this one will always be in my collection. Now, oh boy. Y'all bear with me on this one because it's fun as much as I love these collections and stuff like that. I love doing this. These last two, hands down. Let me get to the chat real quick. Trap talking about Vizionico don't stand a chance against a Moser, and comparison is just more affordable. Well, you can't deny their looks. They are affordable. They are very affordable. But like it's affordable luxury, bro. Like Vizionico is crazy. Their designs are crazy. I dig them. Trap, you are definitely a Moser guy, especially if you like panorama. I'm not against Moser. I think Moser got some fly designs, man. They expensive as heck, though. They expensive as heck. Hey, Trap, taking my time on my piece since bases covered. Okay, another TrapVision live. Yeah, Trap is on German watches right now. Bro, quit playing. Dress watches have so much more stylish and aesthetics than baby divers. Yes, they do. I'm telling you, I don't pronounce them. Man, I'm from the hood, bro. Long jeans. Long jeans. What do you think of Marlowe watches, a British brand, or Vario watches? Vario, Marlowe, I don't know much about, but Vario, absolutely. Let's go for Vario. And I don't have one in my collection, but that's not to say that 2026 may not have one of those. Man, I got a list of watches that I want to get. But it's not going to be, my list ain't heavy for next year. It's not. And it also depends, and I'm going to get into that. It's easier to dress down with a dress watch and dress up with sports models. Yeah, I agree with it. every season collector needs a Rolex, even if just one. Facts, Julius. These guys don't all say the same thing. I don't dress up like silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. Dive watches are for Rudy Poo. John D. Trap had Rolex. I did. What happened to it? It got stolen. It got stolen. And my bracelet got destroyed. Trap is in denial about Rolex. Soon he will get a Rolex. He will turn it to a Trap clear vision. I can see clearly now. He won't wear glasses anymore. I'm like, you know what? It's over. I'm a Rolex guy. Ain't that something? I got my man over here. Every time I see him over at Moria Jewelers, he's like, yo, Trap, we need to get you on Rolex, bro. Stop pandering to the pup. Get Trap a Moser or Rolex, he'll be like, Micro, who? Wow. I think a younger nigga. Oh, I tried to get it done in an hour. I missed out. Oh, this list, that list will change. It always does. Lists always change, bro. Age has nothing to do with watches or collection. Ben 10 is a watch club. Philosophical AF this morning. Man, I'm telling you, it goes down. Then he would need to replace it for sure. All right. Okay, so please bear with me on this. Please bear with me. Crap. Okay. This right here is a watch that I bought from Jake. This is, and I don't think I'll do a most worn. As a matter of fact, I know I'm not going to do a most worn watch this year because this year, I would say this was worn a lot for the entire year. This was worn just as much. If not, this was worn more than my Tissot. And since I've owned this one, this has gotten a lot of wrist time. But January 25th of this year, January 25th at 5:01, was it 5:02? I'm sorry, 5:02. I had this watch on. I was asleep. And I had the worst phone call ever in life. Worst phone call a father could receive. And I was wearing this watch. And it was on bracelet. I've changed it up. I went over to Strap Habit, right? So this watch is like bittersweet because I love the watch, but then I'm always reminded of, that call. So most worn watch, this ties me to the military because there were so many men that wore this watch into battle and combat. People that I looked up to, people that I served under, people that I trained with, wore a khaki feel. And this one I can never get rid of it. This one will actually be passed down to my granddaughter. This is her watch, as well as the one that's on my wrist, which has been on my wrist since I had it, and this will end my stated collection. I'll take this off because, Jake sold me this watch for a good price. Jake blessed me with this watch for the reason why, based off the phone call I got from this one. And this is the Call of Duty khaki 38 millimeter. The specs don't matter to me on this one. That'll be an upcoming video, but like, so, yeah, this one, I'll just say this was, this watch means a lot. And it's like, you know what? The interesting thing about watch collecting and doing YouTube, and I'm going to go into the purpose of what Ben 10 said. He was like, hey, I want to do my stated collection, but I don't know why. It's just a tradition. And I didn't know, I wasn't into it. Like when I first got into YouTube, I wasn't into it. I was watching other channels. I was like, why would I do that? Why would y'all care? Because remember, I started out with Invicta. And Invicta wasn't, received well. It wasn't promoted as much with the collectors, like real talk. Even though I had a ton of Invicta collectors watching, they never chimed in. They never really promoted it, the channel. And I felt like I was doing something wrong. Then I felt bad for collecting at one point. Honestly, I said, man, dude, did I man, what did I get myself into? So I went through a lot of emotional damage with that. Emotional damage. But then I started asking myself, why? Why am I collecting this? And then I really do like the polarizing look of Invicta. It's just like a guilty pleasure of mine. But then the gateway, get into this. So, and I'm trying to stay on topic, on point, Ben 10. As I watched why the big names, why these guys are showing their collection, it matters. I feel like it matters more for them to do it than anybody else because of how many people they got watching. They are already considered to be gods of horology on YouTube. So it don't matter if they put up a stack of Casios, you know what I'm saying? It's going to go. People are going to gravitate towards it. People are going to like it and be like, oh, you know what? I got to get that. It does give people an idea of what to collect next, what they should be gravitating towards, right? Possibly, because I believe it depends on you. I'm gonna just say it depends on the person because I've looked at just about everybody. I'm not even about to name drop. You guys know who are at the top of the list. In matter of fact, you want to know who's at the top of the list? Go look at his video this morning. He has a list of people that have done it, a list of YouTubers that's done it. So the purpose is to show your watch collection, to fawn over it, to enjoy, to be like, ooh, I should have got that. Oh, I didn't know that exists. All of that, everything wrapped up into one beautiful bow. I've even seen some smaller YouTubers get into it, but because of their personality, because of their popularity, maybe the way they look, and even especially how they collect. So if you had a stated collection that was primarily Omegas, the Omega fans are going to gravitate. You're going to get it. Rolex sprinkled with something and everything else is going to go. So Ben 10, based on what you have, I would say yeah, because like I like watching stated collections. It's a tradition, just like Christmas. So I celebrate it, and I jumped into the fray. And I've done, there's beauty and a hindrance when it comes to doing it live. Doing the stated collection live, you're subject to additional noise. You're subject to interruptions. You're subject to phone calls and all. It's all kind of stuff that can happen. And I can't edit out my emotions with stuff. I can't edit out the bad stuff. Like if I spill something on myself, anything, I could drop the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen during the live. That is one of my lives. My nieces came in and interrupted the entire live. Can't get away from that. You know what I'm saying? So that is the pressures of that. The most. G. Daniels, coaxial, and the Omegas. When are you getting yourself on? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I was thinking about, what watches, because I'm coming up on a milestone with YouTube, and I want to get the right watch. I was thinking about getting Formex for like 1 million views, right? As a testament to like grinding and keeping this thing moving and going forward. But I came across Handheart, which I already knew about Handheart, but like I got it in hand and I fell in love. I'm like, yo, Handheart is just next level. And it costs, man, this thing, when I put it on, it was almost like if it was like a vibration just happened. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Just look at, man, that watch is fuego. Let me see, Vincent, calm down. My ownership experience with the coaxial movement has been phenomenal. Best movements right now. My new goal to get track of vintage. Gotta try. Hey, those are fire though. Those paddocks are fire, bro. Those two letters. Yeah, they do. They do. Let's see. At the moment, the winner is a new brigade, experimental movement. This next level is declaration. Time to hold for manufacturing guarantee accuracy. Whoa. Now that's impressive. Yeah, I'm kind of into the idea of the question now that I understand a lot's done, man. We got some crazy stories about the watches. Yeah, that bro, call me Mr. Risque. Unsure. Brigade knocked it out the park with that watch. Boris, 115, Mont Blanc, Minerva, Omega, Coaxo, Rolex, Land Dweller. I've been seeing a lot of Land Dweller homages coming out. I seen watching James, he just showcased, what is it? Pagani design. Pagani redesign. I think, I have an interest in collections of I shall toot my horn. Ha! While all the other brands are trying to overcome magnetism and gain. Yeah, I saw. Hey, I was looking at that too. Actron electrostatic. Gay had. Hey bro, do it, man, because the story behind each watch, man, how you break it down is, I mean, people are interested. I'm interested in that stuff. I think it's one of the dopest things ever. And y'all know, I got a little bit of color. Let me get some more truth serum. At the end of the year, I think 2025, I mean, you can't deny that, you know, with Rolex dropping that Land Dweller, that was big news. That thing went crazy. And then it just went numb. And then you had the new Tudor, the colorway. And then that, it went numb. Because there's always new. There's always something else. There's always something else coming out. Like Omega been talked about. Cartier with their new style or whatever. What is it? They went to bead blast, titanium or something like that. Micro brands here and there. And I'm going to say this. I absolutely dig micro brands. I do. But I have micro brand fatigue right now. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yep, you're hearing Trap say it. I have micro brand fatigue. It's too many brands. It's too many. And I get it. Like, what is next year going to be like? How innovative can you be? I can get behind the design. I can get behind an entrepreneur putting out their version of stuff. And you take it with a grain of salt. Is it a money grab? They want to make money. But I don't want to see anything. I want to gravitate towards what I like. And there's some older watches that I missed out on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some Omegas from 2000 that I'm like, yo, man, I remember. Because I remember going into watch shops back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, during my travels with the military, we go and I'm like, oh, man. Going to certain airports and you seeing, like, these watches. I'm like, wow. I remember seeing a lot of these things. And I've been looking back at, you know, and I do think that even if I don't go like super vintage, going back to like the 50s and stuff like that, 60s, even if I went back to the 80s, 90s, and I'm looking at watches like the Vacheron 222 actually came out my birth year. Whew, that'll be a lot to try to get. Like a birth year watch, God no. Yeah, that would break the bank. But I don't think I would want that. You know, like I want something that I want. I like what I like. I want something innovative. I like looking at movements, how it's constructed. But yeah, I don't know what next year is going to be like, and yeah, I don't know. I know there's going to be a ton of videos just talking about what it's going to do. A lot of predictions. Let's see. I got Brave your bladder. I should use my RGM chrono to time how long she's in the UK. Yeah, baby. Rolling name out there. Alright, I'm starting. I spoke to him Wednesday. RGM, yeah. Dornbluth is 18 months. Wow. You need some elevated craftsmanship in your collection. Seems that you're missing a piece in my honest opinion. I think once you have handled hundreds of watches, you start getting watch fatigue. I promise, bro. Like bro. Even going through this, man. Like that's why I'm like, at this point, I have collected all of my fun pieces, all of my everyday knock-around pieces. I don't need another knock-around piece. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm past it. I got it. There are some brands that I would like to have because I think like the colorways, are great. Just like the, who is it? Who came out today? Is it today? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but gosh, how come I can't think of the name of this company? Them. I think they came out today. I still can't think of the name. I'm drawing a straight blank. But yeah, they came out today, I believe, with a new colorway, and I already have that. The Zellos. I already have that watch in a different colorway, right? The black tip. I don't need another. Even though those colors are fire, I just don't need another one of those. And I'm just like, yo, what's next? What's next? And that's the $1 million question. So coming out for next year, I am really taking my time. I have a list of watches that I'm thinking about. Some that I'm very interested in, and then we're going to see from there. I have one of my gotta sell some watches. Get a Rolex, Air King, Bloodhound. I have another one. I usually did any two-tone trap. I like two-tone. Risk defend me. be Hannibal has a full deck of victim cards. Oh, happy holidays, trapping friends. The Great Santini, yo, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh man, I had some time, but I'm sure we would. Being cold-hearted Snake 10. Wow. Defend me. He asked me if it's better than mine. Hold on. He told me about your watch, boy, and I asked, was it better than mine? He was shocked, but I was like, Roland, be honest. And he said, your watch doesn't stand a chance. Wow, bro. It goes down in this chat, bro. Ritual Kane with the shanks out. That is hilarious, man. So, yes, that concludes this entire thingamajig. And I hope that whoever watches this, man, that you enjoyed this thing. I have been blessed by Montreal Straps at one point. I have been blessed by you guys. I have received watches from Trifecta to Kokomo to Vizionico, from my representation from Rado. Like, there's so many people. All you guys is watching. Coming up next year, what is the watch going to be? What am I going to get that just says this is it? This represents me? Because I definitely enjoy horology. I definitely enjoy craftsmanship. Would it be a custom built watch from a company? I don't know. I'm going to be digging. I'm going to this is 2026 for me is like taking time, no pun intended, taking my time to find that watch, right? And keep this in mind. There is a hype around Rolex. There is a hype. That is like, hey, reaching for the crown is, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other. I get that. I've had the Submariner before, and I don't want another diver. I will vomit right now on that. I still love divers, don't get me wrong. But I got enough, man. My collection is primarily divers, man. I'm like, now don't get me wrong, I still want a Doxer, and that will come into the collection at some point. But as far as like what watch I'm going to get that really represents something, like, and if I was to get a Rolex, man, I know it definitely wouldn't be there. The Sky Dweller is crazy, and the Milgauss. I've always liked the Milgauss, bro. I've always liked the Milgauss. My buddy had a Milgauss, man. I remember when I was a car salesman, this was years back, the poster board right behind the dealership. I used to come out every day, go through inventory, look up, the Milgauss sitting up there, and I'm like, what's going on one day? And I used to say that one day, because I was trying to be the salesman of the year, man. It was so hard, man, so hard. I was still good at my job. I just couldn't, man. This one guy, he was in the business a lot longer than me, so his clientele was like, he's still a great salesman at the end of the day, regardless of clientele. He was a great salesman. He taught me a lot. But yeah, man, I think, the Milgauss is one of those watches, man. It just is, I like it. I like it. It's not overly complicated and nothing like that, but it is a handsome watch. Beautiful timepiece. If I was to do Rolex. The Air King, the history of the Air King, yeah, that speedometer dial, man, yeah, Air King is dope. It's dope. Coffee cold now. Man, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like the Milgauss speak, like, dude, the Milgauss is it if I was to get one. But don't be surprised, man, like what happens. Like, don't be surprised what comes this year. But like I'm taking my time, man. So I will still be going to Trifecta. I will still be going to Reese Nichols, Moya Jewelers, and things like that. I will still be going to that. We'll be looking through stuff coming up for 2026. But me getting a watch, buying a watch, that one's going to, we'll see, man. We'll see. Milgauss is on the few Rolexes worth mine. Bro. It's not hyped, and it's a solid timepiece, man. It is Rolex perfection, bro, for me, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And as far as like, who is it? Omega? I'm telling you, I still have like my favorite Omega right now. I'm like, I like the James Bond version, man, but like not more than that Speedmaster 57. On the leather, I don't even, it can't come on. I don't want the bracelet. Give me that leather strap off the rip, flat out. That's it. I won't have it no other kind of way. That's that, and yeah, it just depends on how 2026 goes. That may be the watch. Who knows? I'm not, you know what? And I was listening to a video the other day, and this has been said on YouTube many times before. Your collection, you're not a collector until you have a Speedmaster in your collection. You can't get a homage. You can't get nothing else. There's no alternative. You can't. So I was like, okay, well, that just writes me out. Because I like the Speedmaster. I think it's cool. But I'm like, if I bought it, that will be the number one watch I will buy because of hype and because everybody else got it. And y'all know that I'm not like everybody else. I'm unlike anybody on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Frederick Constant offers some great options in their manufacturing. Let's just say collection skills, bias, finishing. No, you know what, Julius? When I went to Moyer, I was like, they had the representation there. What did he say? Yeah, that one super dope. I like, man, Frederick Constant is super dope. I like that, and it's not expensive. That, like, they got a pure mechanical dress watch. I think it's like $900. Or I think it's $1,000 now because it went up the price. But like, it's dope for what you get. You're like, man, the leather on that thing, supple, as one would say. Yeah, I dig their watches. Not super popular, but I think for those that searching for something else. Somebody just spilled a whole bunch of something. I heard it. That's crazy. One of them kids said too basic. When you see someone's collection from the outside looking in, you can sense what's missing, but everyone can stick to one model. Just rolling full ignorance. That's crazy. 2026, big Benji Trap with the Milgauss coming soon. I can see it now. Trap will start wearing diamond rings, gold chains when he gets that Milgauss. Wow. Oh, man. John, we respect. We all collect, don't believe there's no rules. When your collection is overfilled in certain areas, you can scale down and rebalance or add what you need some classical finish craftsmanship. Okay, that's what y'all said. I'll have to go back up and read. me a snake because I don't know. Like, James, you're the snake because Jake didn't do the super chat bounce. He didn't. I told him. I said, you want to sell that? You got to do the bounce. Meanwhile, sitting here saving up for the next expected everyone to do the same. Watch 6 those in the building. Absolutely. Man, you know what's crazy? Every time your thumbnail or your imagery comes up, I absolutely love that picture, man. That is so dope to me. That's so dope. I don't know what it is about it, man. It just, I don't know. Certain people's thumbnails, man, or their display pictures are so dope. So dope. All right, we've been on for an hour and 20. Vintage Rolex is awesome. I will tell you this too, just giving y'all a little secret of what's going on next year. I am doing a vintage Rolex, I'm doing a vintage watch search. I am diving into some of the places. Because do you know that I came across 4 people last year that has gone to estate sales, they went to like rummage sales and just random places that sell stuff, and they've come up with Cartiers, they've come up with Patek's, foot. Hold up, man. Hold up. I feel like I got something in my eye. See, that's what I'm talking about. This stuff with live. I don't know what that. Something just felt like it flew in my eye. Man, do you know that my buddy got a Patek, a classic from the 70s? You wouldn't believe what he paid for it. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. Under $100. Under $75. I mean, $50 for a bargain for a garage find piece. Didn't have a box, didn't have nothing. The bracelet was tattered, the strap was tattered, but the watch was in perfect working order for $50. A vintage piece for $50. Cartier's going for $25 at Goodwill. What was the one? Omega. For $1, bro? Come on, bro. And I recorded that one. I documented that one at Jake's spot. $1 for a freaking Omega, a vintage Omega. $1. It was just balled up with some other watches. So I'm doing a dive for some vintage pieces. I want to see what I can find for the cheap. And I am like anything under. I'm gonna say under $500 is what I'm looking for. Something that possibly, you know what I'm saying, like. And that one, depending if I do find something and it's worth something, then that watch will fuel the purchase of a future watch. That's what I'm going to do. And who did that? Dad Mods. Not Tour Watches, he did that. He took a particular watch and tried to sell up and get what he wants. So I'm not gonna, I'll document my finds and stuff like that, but that's what I'm going to do, and this is going to take me out when I'm going out to DC and all these other places. I'm stopping at every like pawn shop, I'm stopping just to see what they got, because sometimes pawn shops have no idea what they got. They just got watch. I'm like, ooh, how much is that? Yeah, I'm getting that. I will consider Neo Vintage Rolex later in my collection. I think those are better, man. I personally think that the Neo Vintage Rolex are better than current day, right now. You can fight me on that. I don't care. Because I'm not fighting back. I'm standing on that. I think it's around 1970, 2000. This one or something else. You know what I think, John? And I'm not gonna say every collector will come to this crossroad. Some collectors are content on just having their collection the way it is. They are content. They don't want to move forward. They don't want to do anything other than collect what they have, what they like. However, you get to a point where you're like, something's missing, something's not hitting right. I really want this. And that's what you're going to do. Like, you're going to gravitate. So I can't speak for nobody else. But I know that at times I want to watch that has like a superior complication, something that I can look at and be like, wow. I think it's more of the beauty of how it was crafted, the history of it, and I'd go to a spot where what was this company going through? What was society like during this time when this company was on the rise? And that's something that, like you can say that about micro brands right now. You can say that because micro brands as well as well-established brands are all under the constraints of tariffs, all under the constraints of limited resources, right? And keep in mind, the more and more micro brands, this is another reason why I say I'm micro brand fatigue, because the more you add to it, right? These companies, Seiko, Yoda, Citizen, like by movements, like it becomes less and less, and then those companies may thrive, really don't matter. But I'm talking about when the world was coming online, so to speak, where like the documentation, where the world was just thriving, innovation, creation, all this stuff was happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't just take a watch. For example, another reason why I like this watch so much is because I researched this and I was like, what was going on at the time in the 30s? What was happening? We already know the Great Depression, but there was a high suicide rate behind the people that had invested everything. There was poverty everywhere. People were begging. It was like digging the trash, homelessness, people losing all time. Man, it was a loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the best term in the world, the Great Depression. You know what I mean? And it didn't just affect the United States. All the companies that were depending on the United States for their money. Hey, we don't have enough people buying stuff. Like Cadillac, the car manufacturers, they suffered. Some companies went bankrupt. Right? And we all know with Swatch Group acquiring was Hamilton. Hamilton and Ball, like they were tasked at making equipment for the military. Excuse me for a second. We good. My personal opinion, not a fact. I need the facts, man. Come on, push it, man. Wistful. Trap, I can't afford a Rolex or anything else. Man, somebody put this dude in timeout, bro. It's like, man, cancel this dude. Cancel culture, man. Attack Jay Jones. Popping in and say hi, Scholar. What's going on? I'll play with Scram, Scholar. Old enough to be old school to you, but you were alive when it came out. And you been collecting around time. You a pup. Robert Wood is in the building. What's going on? Call him the flu because his watches are sick. That's a fire line. The evolution of collection and collectors is unique for everyone, Fred, but there are some stages that are the same for all of us. We're experiencing an acquisition phase for experience. Watches, yeah. Fred, don't worry. I'll help change your deal from time to time. Yeah. Hey, come to the collection how you will. Get what you want. And as a guy that's on YouTube, just a talking head, some figure on here, man, collect how you gonna collect, bro. Like at the end of the day. But don't limit yourself to something and don't settle. That's one thing I would always say, man. Like now, I would say now, don't settle. Don't settle. And if it's a matter of money, it's just depending on what you're comfortable with investing in. If you can sit and look at a watch and be like, man, that watch is $100,000. I'm not about to even think about that because my house is $100,000 or $200,000. I don't care how you come to a realization of what you want to do. If you got the disposable income for it, go for it. If you don't, you can't. If it's a dream, a grail, then grail away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't tell you. All I can say is I hope that you are satisfied with the way you collect. And don't be pressured by nobody to collect something because somebody say whatever. Or if you're looking at YouTube, that video I watched yesterday, I agree that I believe that reviews have altered the way people have collected. You know what I'm saying? Like, Some people gravitate towards what they like, and then they see their favorite YouTuber or a prominent YouTuber. Because when you look at the numbers, we're talking numbers game, y'all. If you look at somebody's YouTube channel and you see that the popularity, they got a video, and you look like, God, dog, 400,000 people looked at this video, and you're looking at the content, right? You're like, that's crazy. You may deep down, you may not even agree with the watch they're talking about, but you're compelled to say, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Hold on, let me pull this out. And this is just, you can put this on record, y'all. This watch, whether it's the gold, whether it's blue bezel, whether it's the chronograph, I don't care. It's a PRX at the end of the day, and there's so many different variations of this watch. If you or buy any author of their channel, horologist, using this watch as a comparison to, you lose value, you lose money when you buy this as resale. Tissot, name me a time where Tissot PRX has been positioned to be an investment. It has always been a watch that was made. When we're talking going back to 70s design, it has always been a watch to be affordable. It's mass produced for people to gravitate towards. It's never been a watch like a Brigade, like your Rolex, like a Patek. It has never been that watch. It has the design cues of a gentle design, but it does not hold up as far as craftsmanship. It's never been. It is a nice sports watch that you can wear with anything, and it should be something that you enjoy. That's why I enjoy that watch so much. I wear it to work. You know what I'm saying? And it is a watch that I think that, you know, that could be a one and done for somebody, honestly. It can be, if you like the integrated bracelet style, but it's never been. And so it just trips me out how that watch, how the PRX is compared to other watches as far as like the investment portion. It's not an investment. And yes, you're gonna and that, and I will always say, man, if you can get a deal, get a deal. You should never buy PRX at full retail. Are you crazy? Absolutely not. No. Get it to enjoy. Your investment should be the happiness that is on your wrist and that it goes with whatever outfit that you got, whatever the case is. I'm telling you, that's just my humble opinion. Because everybody on YouTube has an opinion. Doesn't make it fact. That's just how I approach it. Even with Seiko. Even with Grand Seiko. And King Seiko. There's certain watches, but then there are those watches that hit hard, man. Just like what John was talking about. They hit because of the historical value, the craftsmanship of it, man, the complexity, like, bro, like precious metal pieces, like it is what it is, man. I think, man, if you're gonna compare, if you just have to review a watch, make the comparison legit, bro. Like, that is crazy when we're comparing apples to apricots. You got your A's mixed up, bro. When you're comparing grapes to mustard, like, bro, it's completely different. In the two different leagues, bro. Like, get it together, man. That's crazy. But everybody's entitled to do what they want to do. I'm just gonna put my opinion out there because everybody has an opinion. And I just want to drop mine. Far be it for me not to. Okay, right. So I think that's what we're gonna stop at that point right there, man. We're gonna stop at that point. Hold on, let me see. I'm listening to other opinions in my place. Hey, no, Ben, you are an influencer at the end of the day. You are a side. You're not even silent. When you're in the chat, you're an influencer, man. Quit playing. All we need is video from you. Man, 10, you own to something. And that will be, if I can find some, yep. Thank you. I didn't even think about that. You're a freaking genius. Love that. So thank you. PRX is nice. Trap, and then again. To check out. It's the 61 160? Okay. I'm almost a little vet out here. Okay. My tastes are evolving faster than my pockets. That's a number of us, bro. I didn't discover watching until the early pandemic. My first auto was a Tissot PRS 516. Those are legit too. I like those. Those are super legit. Man, you need a Daytona You need the white gold. Matter of fact, if you gonna get one, man, go get that 50th anniversary jump, man, with the diamonds in it, man, with that ice blue dial, bro. Get that one, man, if you can find it. Get it. Get it. Yeah. Daytonas are sweet. So you're buying someone else's watch and not your own. That's crazy. My next on the list is a Jetstar or U-boat. Jetstar's dope. You know what? I was looking at a U-boat last week. Interesting watch. I'm a Rudy. Trust me, like there's a lot of people that don't get it yet. That brown watches for investment is over. Buy what you like and quit looking at what the resale value be. It's ruining the hobby. It's ruining the hobby. Get yourself a bluesy. Bluesy, baby, yeah. That's what you need to get. The blazing saddles. I'm 3 years old. I'm kept. No watches my collection's under control. I'm a chili pimp. I need to be referred by a trusted YouTuber. Man, just start recording, bro. Just start recording. Super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Say bye. I appreciate that. I don't resell or think about the value. Watches are fun, waste of cash. Just dip my toes into investing. Appreciate your content. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Trap, you can't enable me anymore. You won't regret it. Hey man, hold up. Trap, you can't enable me anymore. I've learned. What you talking about? That's great to hear, bro. You won't regret it. Man, I appreciate you being here, honestly, you know. Yeah, went through. Hold on, before, and I said we was gonna end on this one. I showed you my most worn, right? My favorite, if I had to say my favorite watch of the year, that I have with me currently. And I showed you guys others that didn't make the cut because they've been in the collection for a while. But like, I think my 2 favorite watches of the year will be these 2 right here. These 2, the PRX and that one. Those have been primarily like the overpowering watches on my wrist. For the past 3 days now, I've been wearing this one right here. And what's crazy is this upcoming weekend, man, I am doing, well, not just me, my family and I are, we're doing a celebration of life of Jarrell. And that one, I'm leading up to it, I am not looking forward to it, to be honest. Just being reminded of that I don't have a member of my family, a valued member of my family here because of some garbage, some treacherous stuff, man. But I will rock this watch in his memory. And I am doing a review of this, of actually Hamilton as a brand. Not just so much this one, but what I feel that they failed at. That video was supposed to come out today, but because of time constraints, I will have to do that at a later date. Next week I will be at Jake's place out there, Trifecta, Christmas specials. And he did tell me that if you aren't going to buy anything from Trifecta, the 19th, respectfully, the 19th will be the last day to purchase to get it in time for Christmas. But you have to keep in mind, that's dangerously close. Because if I had to base it off of me having to get, because I have been waiting 4 days to have something shipped, to the point where I'm like in touch with these companies like, hey, I'm gonna have to just cancel the order and order after the holidays. I'm gonna just wait until like February to order anything because this is terrible. In fact, they gotta wait this long. Fundamentally analyzing shareholder of watching your money grow is best feeling. Yep. Is that a Hamilton? Yes, this is. Khaki Field. This is the Call of Duty edition. TrapVision. And I only have 2 watches. Get out of here. A 20 bagger. I have been investing since I started my first big boy after college. Consistent. I always like to share this type of information for those that are curious. Compounding is for sure the secret weapon. Love my Hamilton. Time in the market outperforms time in the market. I love the game. I need the discipline to wait and watch. I got my first date. It's after 14 backers. Okay. Spiders use compound interest is a wonderful. Still wearing a pulsar from yesterday, which was made by Hamilton. Robert Wood, another interesting character on YouTube. Yes, I called you a character, man. You are by far one of the pillars of the community. I dig you so much, bro. And yes, I'm giving him his flowers while he's alive. Very comical. Love your voice on this platform. I enjoy what you represent. You are a balance for YouTube when it comes to life. There's a number of people that I feel that have a balance. Ben 10, I would love to see you actually come out and do a YouTube channel. Create a YouTube channel. I really do, because based on your watch collection and stuff like that. Or at least, if at best, be featured on somebody's channel. Be a part of a podcast. I don't know. Something. I think that'd be interesting. I like the different perspectives. John D, I have watched you in other people's channels, man. You're a very fiery character. You're a very fiery character, man. Interesting, like, points of view and stuff like that. Rishful, always supporting people, man. There's a number of you guys. I'll be here all day going through the list. So let's just say everybody in the chat right now, all of you guys are dope. Those guys are new, all the new people in India. Thank you for supporting me as much as y'all do. Man, bro, like, I'm getting so much love and support from India. It is crazy. It is crazy. The UK, man. Then I seen Russia, bro. Like that. When that popped up on analytics, I said, people from Russia is watching me. That is wild. Canada's watching. South America's watching. I was looking through my analytics, man. And then the ladies, please, ladies, y'all have to feel at home here. We can't open the space. And then I saw, maybe that's going to be the trend for 2026. Is there going to be a shift in the content, and ladies are going to be valued as watch collectors? Because, yeah, you guys matter as much. You have a voice here. Please don't feel like you can't say anything on here, because I know some of you guys watching, ladies, you don't comment because you feel that your comment is going to get swamped or you're going to be offended. I can't say that if you say something, somebody may say, like, I can't control some of these watch animals out here. Then there's always a troll that's waiting to strike. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, feel comfortable here. Feel free. And if there's anything I can help you with, I got people. There's people in the chat right now that's way smarter than me. They're way more in depth in horology than I am. Way more. Way more. I get a lot of my information from these guys. But yeah, come out. Feel free, hang out with us, comment, put your comments down below, man. Yeah. And you're more than welcome. Even if you want to do a video, if you want to do a live and show your watch collection, I don't care what you got in your collection. Ladies, guys, whatever. Ben 10, whatever you want to do, let me know. I promise I'll set it up. Y'all know I'll go live in a heartbeat. Give me a reason. And right now, I think it's snowing. I think the snow's coming down. I'm hearing somebody say that. Unless you love your job, I would invest all my cash after paying bills. It is that important to buy your time back. I feel you. Buying expensive watches allowed me to be fearless in the market. The aggression paid off big this year. Okay. Thanks, Fred. I appreciate it, man. I was a frugal guy throughout my entire 20s. A good watch is a badge of courage. Boom. A good watch is a badge of courage. So now I definitely got to get something. Oh, bro, I got to get something. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it's gonna be. Now I spent like a fool. You enjoy, bro. I didn't even celebrate my birthday until my early 30s. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. J. Jones trap. When I grow up, I'm gonna be like just like you. Get out of here. Time is king. Investing can be slow and boring, but boy, does it pay off. Yeah, man. All right, so that wraps up this episode, this live stream. Thank you guys for watching, man. I appreciate everything that you guys do. You guys have been amazing. Some rock stars, Ben, Grisful, J. Jones with your 2 watches. Get up out of here, bro. Get up out of here. The wisest words or phrase, I actually tagged it. Investment. Investment, investment, investment. Look into it. And Ben 10 will tell you, you don't need to go to school. You don't have to have this being taught because there's too many YouTube videos that will help you get there. And just take the time to learn that portion, because if you are looking at something and your paycheck ain't paychecking enough to get what you want, you got to do investments. And before you buy a watch, make sure that your house and everything else, that goes without saying, man, because you don't invest just to buy a Rolex or an Omega or Dorn Blue or FP Joint. Make sure everything is good. You got everything else in order, man. But yeah, man, I think that is the beauty of this hobby, man. Horology goes a lot further than just trying to, I gotta grab, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. Be smart about it. We got some experts. That's one thing I love about this. I got some straight experts in the chat right now. So it's here. The next lightning strike. Y'all be blessed. Dopeness, as usual.